welcome back. So this is take 3. For some reason my video stopped recording like halfway through, or not even halfway through, like after a minute. So, welcome. Today I'm going to be talking about my Maynia plans. I'm going to be doing a video, my regular update video, later on in the week. But since Maynia is only 2 days away, I figured it was probably time to get my video done. Plus, I just decided for sure what I'm going to do. So, I know last time I had talked about possibly doing my chatelaine as my Maynia project. But I think it would be too difficult to try to do a chatelaine on my cruise. So what I'm going to be doing is a combination of the traditional Maynia with 15 new starts and monogamous Maynia. How, you may ask? Well, what I've decided to do is, you may remember I started this project a while ago. It's my Disneyland map, and all I've done is I finished Splash Mountain. So what I've decided is that there are 15 other rides in the Disneyland map. I'm counting rides as either present or current attractions that you could actually ride on or have like a video like presentation type thing. There are more than that on the map, but I'm not doing one of them. Or I'm not doing 2 of them, actually. So here is the Disneyland map, like, all together. So, the map, or the chart itself, is really difficult to read. Or it's not difficult to read, it's difficult to decipher, like, different areas, like in a lot of large patterns. It's very difficult to see where stuff is. And so, what I had to do is find parts that I could actually distinguish were for each individual ride. So, if we're starting from Splash Mountain, which I've already finished, and I have no idea how I'm going to actually stitch these, but my plan is to go around the outside first, so that the easiest stuff is the stuff I'm doing last while I'm on my cruise. Starting off, we have a Haunted Mansion, which if you go from Splash Mountain, these brown bits right here in the roof are basically just right next to it. Next to the green where I ended off. And I know I talked about it being difficult to see what this blue thing was. It's actually one of the ghosts. But the pattern is just a smaller pattern, so he doesn't come through, which is fine. And so for Jungle Cruise, I am going to be doing the elephant's ear, this pink part, because that's really easy to distinguish from all of the other like parts around it, because it's all one color of pink and there's not really any pink over in this area. I thought about doing this red roof or canopy, but you couldn't really see it in the pattern, so. Going from there, we have Pirates of the Caribbean. These red windows right here, these red shutters, are basically just square blocks, so those will be really easy for me to do. The Mark Twain Riverboat was a little hard for me to see, but these windows down here, I think, is what I'll be stitching. Or these like openings, because those are solid blocks of the same color. Moving on, we have Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. This one's easy to see simply because it's on the outside of the pattern. I'm not stitching all this white, so basically just as soon as I get to a color, that's going to be it. Then we have Monstro down here, which is the Storybook Land Canal boats. That's purple is super distinguishable, so he's actually really easy as well to find. I am not doing the castle even though there is an attraction in this castle, basically you go up through like the upper windows and stuff, and it takes you through the story of Sleeping Beauty. But since it's the castle, I want to save it for last. It's kind of my piece de resistance. But I will be doing Dumbo up here. So he's one of the only Fantasyland rides that are in here. I thought about doing the Casey Jr. Okay, I guess there's a couple of ones I'm not doing. I thought about Casey Jr., but he's hard to see. So Dumbo was once again up at the top, really easy to see. I'll probably do one of his ears. Then we have Small World. Small World is kind of over here off by itself, so we'll see where I'm able to stitch on that, but that'll be really easy to see, or is really easy to see because I've looked at it. But I don't know what part of it I'm gonna do, probably whatever I feel like. Then we have the Matterhorn. I thought this one would be more difficult. Sorry about the coloring. You guys are, like, I'm showing you against a window, so. And it's really, really dark and dreary today, which I love, but it makes it hard to film. So this part right here is all one color, like this light gray. Then I'm going to be doing the rocket. The rocket is still, you can still see the rocket in Tomorrowland at Disneyland, but it's no longer a ride. It did used to be a ride though, so it still counts. It used to be, it was actually part of a video, but the Rocket to the Moon ride was part of that. So now the submarines is pretty difficult to see. So depending on, I'm probably going to do this red at the top of the rocket. So I'm going to kind of just pick a color that's over here right next to it and stitch that. So probably his tentacle. If I can't find that, then I'm going to be looking for Ariel's red hair up here, because they actually did used to have live mermaids at the very opening of the submarines. This is a more retro map because of the mermaids, but also because the submarines are no longer there in their current form. They are Finding Nemo, and they're bright yellow. But then I have Autopia over here on the side. Should be easy to see because of the background once again. Space Mountain is kind of hard to see, but these pillars right here, or these like lines, make it more distinguishable, so I'll be stitching somewhere in there. Probably one of these like dark lines. The teacup was really hard to find, but then I saw this like bright blue right here, which actually is like 993, which is that really bright turquoise. So I'll be stitching that part. And the final one is the railroad, which is the dinosaur down here, but it also goes all the way to the front. So I'll probably be stitching the dinosaur just because I don't really have anything up here because I'm not doing the buildings or anything quite yet. So yeah, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. New starts for Maynia. So I figure this project is small enough. I mean, it's large enough that it should be easy to see to stitch upon in different lighting conditions and all that. It's too large to take on the plane, and it's too large to like take it out of the room on the cruise. So it will be my like in-room project. So I'm gonna have 2 projects that I'll be taking or working on. I haven't decided what else I'm taking it. I'm probably gonna take 2 projects just in case I run out of room, but I'm trying to get Electra done before the cruise, and then I'll have something, or before our vacation, then I'll have something to work on while we're there. So yeah, those are my Maynia plans. I hope it works out. I don't really have The grid is by page, which normally is fine for me if I'm like going just one section to another. So I'm really gonna have to watch my counting and make sure that everything is in the right place. So I don't have to frog, but I'm sure I'll probably end up having to frog one part, or fudge it, but we'll see we'll see how I do it. I am gonna do my best to make sure that I don't have to frog. But like I said, we'll see how much I have left, or like where I end up putting everything. So that's all I have for today. Thank you for stopping by. Let me know what you guys think of my plans, and I will see you all in a day or two.